Realizations while I've been sick. So I've been quite poorly for the past 10 days, and I'm usually pretty on track with my health. I can't remember the last time I went to see a GP or anything, and since hitting 50 I'm still feeling fit and strong, but for the past 7 or 8 days I've been rocked with something. And here's the thing, you know what it's like when you've been sick, or when you're not for something, you get to a point where you're sick of being sick, you're tired of being tired, you're tired of being in pain all the time, mentally or physically, or you're feeling drained all the time. And I've had a little bit of that over the past 7 or 8 days, so it's really been getting to me. And after a while, you just want to get on and do stuff, but you can't because you're too sick mentally or physically. I'm not a guy who tends to use allopathic medicine too much. I use it sparingly. So I've been curing myself with natural stuff, colloidal silver and probiotics and Indian Ayurvedic stuff, and it's gone great. I'm kind of getting there, but it's been really difficult. But I was missing something, and I want to share an insight with you. You see, I've been looking at solving this sickness. I've been working so hard to push myself out of the sickness that I've forgotten a big lesson. And that big lesson I want to share with all of you. You see, sometimes when you're sick, when you're feeling ill mentally or physically, it's there for a reason. Now, we may not see it at the time. We may not like it, but it's there. It's there for a reason. And I think the big lesson I learned here is I was so focused on using all my skills, my well-being skills, to get myself out of that sick state, that I forgot to stand still, to embrace and feel that sickness and lean into it. And that's what I want to share with you, this insight. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling unwell, poor, low energy, in pain, rather than trying to look only at the solution, or rather than looking only at the pain, sit with it and see what it's there to teach you. Do you see the difference? Because a lot of people are either too focused on feeling down and feeling sorry for themselves and caught up in the pain, or they're too busy trying to figure out what they're going to do when they get out, but they're in so much pain they can't do much about it. But there's a middle ground, and that middle ground that it's not often seen, it's hidden. That's the spot where we can sit still. We can lean into what it's trying to teach us, because it's here for a reason. And if we can reframe our mind into thinking, what is this thing here to teach me? What is this illness here to do? What lesson can I learn from it? Powerful things can happen. And that's what's happened to me. I've sat with it for 2 days. Like, what is it trying to teach me? What is this cold flu, winter seasonal cold flu thing? What is it trying to teach me? I had all kinds of thoughts. Maybe it's COVID. I've had COVID before, so I'm not worried, right? And it, even if it was, I got stuff to handle it. Those who know what that stuff is, you know what I'm talking about. Doesn't get mainstream media coverage. What a shame. I've got the stuff, but it wasn't COVID. Then my mind thinks, what if it's something more serious? Then my mind was thinking that. And you know what? I just thought, let me just lean into what it's teaching me. And over 2 days, meditating, reflecting, sitting still, not trying to do too much, but not trying to feel sorry for myself, I came to the conclusion that it's just teaching me the importance of being, the importance of slowing down, the importance of self-care, the importance of switching off social media, coming off TV, coming away from digital sources and going inwards. And that's been a big lesson even for me, man. And I'm into spirituality, I'm into personal development, but I wasn't switching off. I was still plugged in. Once I learned that over 2 days, I reiterated that message. I really lent in and I let that message sink in. Once it sank in deep enough, sure enough, since yesterday I'm beginning to feel better. It's all lifting. I'm able to do a recording and share this wisdom with all of you in the hope that it might help you as well. So that's my wisdom. I hope that it might serve you in some way. And maybe there's a lesson or some wisdom that you have that might serve, everybody out here. So do share it in the comments and let us know what you do in order to shift yourself during a state of poor health, mental or physical. What is it that empowers you to shift? But I want to invite you to consider being a student to what that illness is trying to teach you. Learn from it and you'll be able to move on. That's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the smooth jazz, by the way.